Hello students. So we'll be studying about sterilization, sanitation, their definition and purpose, their methods, their procedure, salon hygiene and safety precaution in week 2 cosmetology. Let's see what is sterilization, sanitation and its purpose. Sterilization is the process of making an object germ-free by the destruction of all kinds of bacteria, whether beneficial or harmful. Sanitation, the measures applied to promote public health and prevent the spread of infectious diseases. So this was the definition of sanitation and sterilization. Let's move further to its purpose. Sterilization and sanitation are of practical importance to the cosmetologist because they deal with methods used either to prevent the growth of germs or to destroy them entirely when possible. Particularly those which are responsible for infections and communicable diseases. Let's move further to methods of sterilization and sanitation. As you know, kids, that sterilization and sanitation is very important part of today's life. And we are moving further to know about the method those are used in cosmetology. So, to protect yourself, your clients and public health, you should know when, why and how to use sterilization and sanitation. Below are the methods for the same. First is physical agents and chemical agents. Let's see what are the methods which are covered under physical agents. The first one is moist heat. As you can see in the picture, that boiling in the water of 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degree centigrade. Normally what it does is we sterilize the tools or implements in the boiling water. Also, steam in an airtight chamber. Both these things are done under moist heat, which helps the tools to be sterilized. The second physical agent is dry heat, which is baking in an oven, a method of sterilization rarely used in beauty shops but employed in hospitals. So dry heat is a physical agent which you will be able to find majorly in the hospitals, then the beauty salons. The third physical agent is ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet rays in an electrical sanitizer are used in beauty salons to keep the implements sanitized. Ultraviolet ray electrical sanitizer are effective for keeping combs, brushes and implement clean until ready to use again. You can see a picture of the ultraviolet rays electrical sanitizer, which helps the implement to be protected and sterilized or sanitized. Moving further to the chemical agents. Chemical agents consist of antiseptic that kills and retards the growth of bacteria. It is mild and safe to use on skin, hydrogen peroxide, and cutting edges from becoming dull. An antiseptic is a sanitizing agent that can be applied to skin and nails. Normally, when you visit the saloons or the parlors, this is one of the chemical agent which is used for sanitization. Another one is disinfection, killing of microorganisms capable of causing infection on non-living surfaces. Disinfectants should not be used on the skin, nails, or any body part. Remember, before items can be properly disinfected, they must first be cleaned. The third chemical agent consists of formalin. Formalin composed of approximately 37% to 40% formaldehyde, which is gas in the water. Safe and effective sanitizing agent can be used as an antiseptic, disinfectant, depending on its strength. Let's understand the purpose better with an example. You can see in the picture below, the lady visited a parlor for the makeover. You can see the parlor employees are using various tools like comb and other things which are required normally as a beautician to avoid the spread of the disease producing bacteria. The tools like scissor, comb, nail filer, which you are able to see in the picture, needs to be sterilized and sanitized. Why it needs to be sterilized and sanitized? So that the other person who will be visiting the parlor or the saloon should not be infected by any disease producing bacteria. It is necessary, in fact, very important for you to follow the good sanitation and sterilization practices, which could help you and others as well. After the purpose, let's see the procedure of sterilization and sanitation. There are 8 procedures being followed for sterilization and sanitation, which are as follows. Wet sanitizer dry sanitizer, ultraviolet sanitizer, formalin, alcohol, Lysol, boric acid, and hydrogen peroxide. Let's discuss further about the procedure. The first procedure is wet sanitizer. First, remove all hair from tool and implements. Wash tools with soap and water to remove dirt, grease, and oils. Place tool in wet sanitizer for the required length of time. Remove tools from sanitizer, rinse with clear water, and dry it with a clean towel. Let's check the procedure for dry sanitizer. A dry cabinet sanitizer is an airtight cabinet containing an active fumigant. The sanitized implements are kept clean by being placed in cabinet until needed. You should always keep the tools or implements in the cabinet until it's required again to be needed so that they should not catch any antibacterial bacteria. Ultraviolet ray sanitizer. The procedure follows as remove all hair from tools and implements, then place tools in ultraviolet ray sanitizer for the required length of time. Then rinse with clear water and dry it with a clean towel. Always remember you should use the clean cloth or a towel and the clean water to rinse the tools or implements which are already sanitized. Then is formalin. The formalin procedure says that 25% solution used to sanitize implements, immerse implements in the solution for at least 10 minutes. How do the alcohol procedure works? It implements having a fine cutting edge are best sanitized by rubbing the surface with a cotton pad in alcohol. Now let's see how does Lysol helps in sterilization and sanitation. The liquid Lysol cleans floor, sink and toilet. Now when the client will visit the saloon or the parlor or the saloons have to be neat and clean. The floors, sinks, the toilets have to be sanitized and sterilized because they can also cause the bacteria which can be infectious. So, Lysol also plays a vital role in the procedure of sanitization and sterilization. Let's study what's the procedure of boric acid. Bite crystal 2 to 5% solution used to cleanse the eyes. Isn't that a new thing which we are learning? Now, let's see how hydrogen peroxide helps in sterilization and sanitation. Liquid form of hydrogen peroxide, 3 to 5% solution, used on skin and minor cuts. Read the label on all the products carefully before using it, kids. Follow manufacturer's direction when mixing the and using chemicals. Keep a first aid kit in the saloon. You never know when it's required. As we are studying about sterilization sanitation, how can we forget saloon hygiene? What all is required in salon hygiene? You should sanitize the equipment used in the saloon. Then one should wash towel and other garments regularly. Remember kids, never use the used towel or the garments for the other client. The mani and pedi tools, which are manicure and pedicure tools, should be sanitized. There shouldn't be a single tool used in the parlor or salon which should not be sanitized after the use. Then the saloon floors should be clean and furnished. If they'll be furnished, it'll be giving a good look to your parlor and the saloon. And cleanliness obviously tells that it's a good place to visit and disinfect the client from any kind of diseases. One should check the expiry date of the product used. Everybody knows the expired product can infect our skin. Most importantly, the professional should sanitize themselves. One should use the single use product. Let's understand this also with an example. Hi, my name is Abby. It's 9 p.m. at night. You can see the cross marks in the picture. The cross mark states that it's already night, 9 p.m., the time to close the saloon. Would you leave your saloon untidy without any cleanliness and use it again next morning? The answer says no. Hi, I am Joe, the worker at the saloon. I'll be cleaning all the tools and the saloon before leaving for the day. You can see very clearly in the picture. It shows wash, wipe, clean, spray, and prepare, which says before leaving the day or before closing your saloon, you should wash the floors, the tools, the implement used. Then you should wipe the chairs, the tables, the used implements, and clean every tool used that day. Further, you should always use the sanitized or sterilized liquid to clean your parlor. Essentials. And finally, prepare it for next day. That's what Joe is going to do before closing the saloon. Isn't that great? Let's meet Alpha. She is the hairdresser at the salon. She completely agrees to the point that salon hygiene is very, very important, guys. The clean and safe protective equipments in hair salon is must, not just today but even when COVID will not be there with us. So let's see what Alpha wants to say ahead. She says the hygiene is important as it can put client health at a risk. Secondly, sanitization at work will help us to be safe. I hope you understood the importance of salon hygiene. After salon hygiene, even the beautician or the salon person should follow the safety precautions, which will be as follows. One should wear clean, neat, and washable clothes. One should wash the hands carefully after using the bathroom, at least for 20 minutes. One should wash the hands before working on the client. Further, you should keep the stations and equipments clean. One should always disinfect equipment after each use. Always remember this. You should disinfect the equipment after every use. Do not work on the client who has the contagious disease that might affect you also. So understand the importance of the safety precautions. Do not allow the animals in the salon. Let's move forward with assignment for week 2. Thank you.